Okay guys, I'm here today for Andrew Wiltse again. Huge honor for me. One of the best grapplers coming up right now. Like he's doing very well with gi, no gi. And guys, Andrew just shot an entire instruction all about guard retention. That's actually all about how to stop the Buzzsaw passing. That's his favorite passing. And it's coming out very, very good. And today he's gonna show us here a little bit about it.
So first off, I'm kind of known as a guard passer. But in flow grappling, and everyone always talk about my guard retention, okay? And I'm like, why are they talking about my guard retention? I really don't like to pass. So here's the thing: if you're a really good guard passer, you know the points where you put someone in that they shouldn't be able to get away. So as a guard player, you have to be really aware of those points of no return. Where, like, if you were a guard passer, you know, if you let me put you in this position, I'm going to pass you. So obviously, as a guard player, I can't let you put me in that position. It's less about defending the passes after they're already happening, and more about preventing passes from being a threat to begin with, okay? So in the DVD, I talk about literally every single grip he could grab offensively to try to pass me, and how I prevent it, how I break it after he's got it, okay? I deal with things like what do you do when the guy's moving your hips out of position, or when he grabs one of your legs and backs up and goes to move you out of position. I talk about all the grips I can grab offensively and like immediate uses I should be going for. I talk about how to get those grips more effectively, okay? And then I do cover specific passes. Like I talk about how to not get knee sliced, okay? My favorite move is the knee slice, so hopefully people stop letting me do it to them as easily. Okay, and I talk about like, you know, what to do with a guy diving into double unders, over unders, leg weaves, leg drags, toriandos, X passes. The whole DVD ended up being 5.5 hours of guard retention, period.
Yeah. All right, so one funny thing here that happens with every single instructor we film with, everybody still calling the instructor a DVD.
Oh yeah.
So guys, just a disclaimer here, we don't sell DVDs anymore. It's all instructional videos, it's digital, you also get a download. But it's funny because everybody we shoot with, they always mention the DVD. Yeah. But anyway, so just a disclaimer. But let's do something here. So what do you want to show?
Let me talk about I'll talk about a concept, okay, and I'll talk about maybe dealing with the knee slice itself specifically. Okay, so the first concept that I talk about. All right, so a guy that stands up, and let's say you're a standing opponent, he has a grip on one of your pants. Obviously, you're going to be trying to take my leg through and move my whole hips out of position. Okay, and most people react after the fact. Okay, they're not being proactive enough, they're not stripping the grips early enough, or they can't strip the grips because the grips are too far away. Okay, so they let the guy move them out of position, and then they start to initiate their kickovers. And the problem for me, from a guard passer, once you kick over, you're fucked because I'm going to be able to follow through on chains.
Yep.
Okay, it's like you let the initial turn happen, my hips are out of position, every step along the way is a better chance you're going to pass me. Okay? And you're forcing moves. It's like chess. Yep. I have to kick over, or you'll just come down and pass me right away.
Yep.
So a lot of preventing someone from buzzsawing through you is about canceling momentum. Okay, preventing is obviously better, but after we've gotten to the point where you are moving me around, I need to cancel the momentum as early as possible and prevent it from getting started again. So one of the ways you do that, okay, when you know a guy's getting ready to throw your legs, is you counter torque here, so that my hip line never actually moves out of position. Okay, I can keep my hips centered with your hips. Much better if I don't counter torque. Now I'm really going to move out of position. Okay, and once you cancel the momentum, now you can start to retract your legs, come in, grab grips. Okay. Other ways you can cancel momentum, this is always specific, and I cover as many specific scenarios as I can, okay, but on an opponent that's getting ready to, let's say you're gonna leg drag me, okay, with a cross pants grip, okay. Once my hips turn over and are past him, it's like I'm gonna have to scooch out, kick over, and deal with all these stuff and prevent him from collapsing my frame.
Yeah, but I love these very small details that you were talking about. For example, when I push your leg here, everybody knows that they have to bring the leg in, but they don't know this level of detail that you were talking about, like how to keep the center line and that kind of stuff. So that's very interesting.
I talk a lot of details in this. It actually became really, really dense. But so take something like a guy's getting ready to leg drag you.
Yep.
Okay, say they have a cross pants grip. All right. One of the ways you can cancel a lot of the momentum, okay, if he's closer to me, I could try to take my leg and actually extend it. Yep. And hook his leg or his body, okay? Yep. But that's not always an option. They say that leg's a little further back, okay? Something else you can do is take your other leg.
Yeah, I noticed that.
A butterfly hook, and then
that's awesome.
I talk a lot about frames and how to reinforce frames. So like this butterfly hook pressure is going to reinforce my frame here. So when he does go to drag me, okay, my leg won't actually turn over, my hips won't collapse, I won't get put out of position, and then we talk about advancing from there. dealing with the grips, getting maybe back to a sit-up position, or just going on the offense again. Okay.
Good.
So, whole huge sections on canceling momentum and dealing with specific grips. But let's talk about like I said, I was going to show you guys how to deal with the knee slice a little better proactively. Okay.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to learn how to stop your
How to
knee
stop
slice,
the knee slice. Okay. So first, knee slices from sitting up. Okay. You have to understand they can only happen when there's an underhook available. So if you're keeping your underhooks just unavailable by maybe either closing your elbows or only opening your elbows when you know he can't underhook you, okay, you're already doing better. All right. Now, in the case where he does start to reach for an underhook, what's going to allow me to re-pummel him is going to be distance control. Okay, so if Bernardo is able to stick to me here or sit me up or stay too connected, okay, I don't have the space to re-pummel. Okay, it's when I get space between my chest and his chest or my chest and his shoulder, that's when I can recircle my hand in. Okay, so the moment you see someone reaching for an underhook, you actually need to be moving away from them and trying to re-pummel.
Andrew, can I just make one parenthesis here, sir?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't even realize that, but you do such a great job with your hooks, because when I got the pommel here, I was trying to step in, and I think by reflex you just like and you did the same thing with the leg drag too. When I did the leg drag, you had your hook in, and
So there's whole sections actually on butterfly hooks and how I develop them and kind of the different areas I use them into in the DVD.
Yep.
But so let's say he does hook me and I know I'm not going to be able to make space. Okay. The next thing you can do to prevent a knee slice from getting bad is I start to look for head separation. Okay, the more I can separate his hand from his head, the less useful this knee slice is going to be. So it's like, sorry, I did it again. So like as Bernardo's coming in, once I actually start to separate his head, this knee slice is no longer very effective, okay? He still has an underhook, but it's an underhook I can actually turn in and start to wrestle up through.
Got it.
Okay, especially if I had something like a shin hook, or like because it's such a bad underhook now because it made so much space, you can re-pummel through these, okay?
And I had never thought about it. So in order for someone to get the knee slice over here, they need to have the head kind of like in the same line as the knee.
It's got to be pretty lined up with your shoulder.
And then if you push my head away, that makes a lot of sense. So now I don't have any leverage with my. That's great. That's awesome.
So little details like that. Preventative knee slices when I'm on my back. Say something from De La Riva, which is a place I do a lot of knee slices from. The moment he's actually killing this hook to the point where I think he can knee slice me, okay, if I just leave myself in position here, it's going to be too late. So like if he starts to reach for an underhook whatsoever, I need to be circling my foot into a preventative lasso.
Good.
Okay, there's no longer going to be a knee slice available. If he tries to deal with the lasso again by maybe pulling his arm out or doing it like that, I'm okay going back to De La Riva. But you're doing a lot of like going back and forth to prevent it from getting bad to begin with. Because once he gets all the way down in a knee slice to where he's literally on the ground with an underhook knee lined up, you should kind of be screwed. There's kind of like no can defend, can't get away. So it has to be preventative.
No, that's amazing. I think like all these very small details, you can almost call like invisible, right? Because you see people
Jiu-Jitsu,
kind of, because you see people doing, and you see people avoiding like knee slice or avoiding leg drags, and sounds like they're just avoiding by strength or by being flexible, but there's so many like small details over there that makes it completely.
So another really good detail people might appreciate, and this is all in the DVD, okay, is that, you know, guys that just constantly are trying to flip you up under your back or flip you under your head, okay? So especially on guys that reach down for the belt, or here, maybe they're diving into double unders. One of the ways you prevent from getting flipped is by constantly looking to hook your foot underneath their shoulder. Okay, because at this point when he goes to flip me, I'll be able to use this to maintain my position, and then I'll be able to use this foot. Even if he had a really tight double under on the other side, this will let me make space to circle my other foot in, and now I can start to use my right foot to free my left foot, and then I have a spider guard. Okay, so in a situation where I see someone diving for double unders or over unders, I'm always just making sure I get one butterfly hook in, hooked under his shoulder so he can't flip me. Okay, and if he can't flip me, he can't really expose my back for back chases. Okay, he can't force me to go into a turtle, and this will also help me free myself later.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew, but it's mind blowing here to see like how well you use your hooks, you know, like, because I think many times as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, we even forget about the hooks, you know, like we only think about the hooks like for the butterfly sweep, for the De La Riva that you place the foot behind the leg, and we don't think about the hooks as a guard retention scenario, for example, as you were just showing. So that's amazing.
So when I was a blue belt, I actually watched hundreds of hours of Marcelo Garcia just rolling
Really?
on YouTube. And
He's good at hooks.
yeah, then I get to develop a lot of my game based on
that's awesome.
just watching him roll. So butterfly hooks are a big factor. Marcelo obviously never gets his guard passed. He passes everyone. He's the man.
Got it. No,
It is
that's
influenced by.
Yeah, I train a lot with Marcelo, and I can witness here that he does an amazing job with the hooks as well. But you're doing as well, like, and it's a, I mean, like every move you were showing, there was some hook somewhere that's great. Yeah, so guys, Andrew just shot this entire structure all about guard retention and pretty much about how to stop his guard passing, which is very cool that he's doing that. And so it's going to be at bjjfanatics.com soon, so make sure to check that out. And maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So thank you, Andrew. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJfanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.